Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Not come on in. Not come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right?
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue, and I am back for another video, child. This is like the umpteenth video today. So let's go ahead and get into Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion. I'm enjoying it. It's not the most drama, but I feel like we don't necessarily need that. I think this show was on some good feel shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's where I think we need to be with it right now. So let's go ahead and get into my notes. So Joy wakes up Trick and his son Jaden, who she still has a relationship with, but because of her and Trick no longer being together, she kind of wants to make sure that they still have a relationship and that he doesn't feel like he can't come to her if he needs her. So, you know, that's kind of a topic of conversation this episode. They talk about how he kind of has the sweets on Jasmine, Carly's daughter. And I'm like, why are both of these younger men, these younger men, because he's 19 and I believe Jock's son is 21, but they both then set their sights on Jasmine's 26-year-old ass. And I'm just kind of like, you acting like you ain't into it, but every time we see you, Jasmine, you kikiing in one of their faces, okay? I was just kind of like, Trick's son, I think is super cute. Like, he reminds me of the younger Trick daddy. So I think that he got an energy about himself. But they both too young for this girl. And I hope that she don't end up fooling with neither one of them. They gonna shoot their shot because they're young men. That's what they do. But honestly, I think she has her sights on older men. And Carly wasn't too happy about that. And I just want Carly to stop being mad about her daughter living in her image. I want you to stop. Trick says that the women on this trip are too old for his son. And I just kind of feel like, Trick, nobody wants you to reference the women's age and how, they on their way out. Sir, you look like you rotten from the inside out. We try to be nice about it. But what we not going to do is act like any of these older women on this show look worse or are on their way out quicker than your ass. Okay? So please, set it down. Because you trying to run behind young cat that's going to give your ass an aneurysm. Chill out. Okay? So Scrappy and Jock, y'all. Scrappy and Jock work out. And they talk about the Bam and Scrap and what's been going on in their marriage. And Mama D prying and being way too much in people's business. Okay? But mainly how he feels about the Bam not putting a lot of effort in him. And I feel like this happens all the time. Like, I feel like I hear about this so much when women have babies and their husbands feel neglected, like the babies get all the attention. And I just kind of want men to understand that you're an adult and the baby needs me to live. So if I have two small babies and they're both requiring me in order to live, and I mean, if I don't feed them, if I don't wash them, if I don't see about them, if I'm not there for them emotionally as a mother, I'm going to mess them up. So I'm trying to make sure I'm doing this right, while at the same time thinking that I can rely on my grown-ass husband to be an adult and aid me in this endeavor instead of making it about him. Okay, like that's how I feel about it. But I do get the side of feeling neglected and feeling like this is everyday life. And at some point I need to feel like I'm also cared about in this situation when I feel like I make you feel like I care about you. So I get Scrappy. But what annoys me is Scrappy feeling like he doesn't want to push things or force things. To me, it sounds like you don't want to work to fix them. You just want shit to happen. And that's not how things work. You know that. In your career, you had to get it. You had to get it out the mud. You had to go after it. You had to apply pressure. But when it comes to relationships and y'all marriages, if it's not what you wanted to be in that moment, you want to, you want to do that. So I just kind of feel like I appreciated Jock's advice and perspective, which was that Bambi has been pregnant the entire time that y'all have been married. And she's probably trying to find her own balance, not just juggling you, but the kids and herself as well. And you just trying to figure out how to juggle the kids and also figure out how you gonna get pleasured at the same damn time. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's harder for women because our bodies are going through this change. Our hormones are going through this change. We're breastfeeding, you know, like we have all of these physical changes and physical things we have to deal with. And it seems as if that should set precedent over you and your emotions when you a grown-ass man. That's what it seemed like. But we all know that Scrappy has been babied a lot. Mama D obviously babied the shit out of Scrappy and gave him his way and allowed him to do whatever he wanted to do. And as an adult, I think he expects the same thing in his relationships. And that is why a lot of them have not worked out. As great as Daryl is selfish and childish. And I can only blame Mama D, to be honest with you. Like, I want to blame her. I want him to get it together, but I also want to blame Mama D for the monster that we know as little Scrappy. Mama D is drinking and talking to Judy. We know that's something to worry about. Mama D is probably going to drink herself into the grave. I know that sounds more serious than y'all wanted to hear, but it's something that I picked up during that moment, and it's in my notes, okay? Judy is working on my nerves because Trout Mouth Judy keeps talking about how Mendeecees isn't spending enough time with her and Yandy is trying to take him away. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Judy, it is not Yandy's fault that you didn't raise Mendeecees. It's not his fault, okay? You get time with the grandkids. You get holidays. You get time where we can kick it and spend time. I come over to the house with the kids, a couple hours, we chill. That's what you get. You get the barbecue. That's what you get now. He's an adult. I don't know what type of time alone with him you trying to get, but it don't sound right. Not to say that that's what you want, but I'm saying that your expectations of your son sound like a woman's expectations of her man. And I want you to get that together because that's not how any of this works. I said it before. I'll say it again. Mendeecees has a slew of children and a wife to see after, especially after he just got out of prison. So I'm going to need for you to stop making this about you, Judy. Okay? Where's your man? Figure that shit out. Have phone conversations with your son. But he don't need to be up under you all the time. That is not the way this needs to go, Judy. All episode, Mama D is hinting at the surprise she has coming to the reunion today. And we all know it's Erica. I don't know why she thought Erica was going to fix anything here, but we knew Erica was coming. We knew. We saw the previews. I'm glad she here. Get that check. So Fizz is throwing like the little outside, you know, play date. They gonna do sack races and, you know, a two-legged run. And they gonna do all kind of shit, okay? They gonna have a good time outside. They gonna run. They gonna be physical. They gonna have a good time. We gonna have Ray J commentating, okay? And telling us how the boy Trick Daddy is giving us the best energy out here. It's unmatched, okay? Y'all know I love Ray J with his disgusting ass. Fizz and April talk. And basically, they want us to know that they did not sleep together. And we know because April, at this point, is probably messing around with Dr. Dre. She's not about to put Beats by Dre and his billions of dollars, you know, on the line for Lil Fizzle Pop, who's giving out T-shirts at the Love and Hip Hop reunion. Okay? Like, I'm sorry, the family reunion. Let me put that into perspective because that's a little bit different. That's a little worse. Yeah, y'all, I know that they probably not messing around, but I also feel like, I don't know if I believe she ain't get that yike. Like, if the cameras wasn't around, Dre ain't around, he ain't gonna know. You know, I might get that yike. Like, I feel like he might got that yike. That's just how I feel about it. But either way, they discussed their relationship. They went through counseling. They tried to work it out. But Fizz seemed to, you know, have issues, you know, feeling like he was worthy of April and her goddessness pussy patting. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm actually worth my group member / ex best friend's baby mama that I've been fucking on. I don't know if I deserve her the way Omarion did. Anyway, he says since they broke up, he's gotten things together with Moniece. Okay, and we'll talk about Moniece in the Bondi Blue show, which y'all will probably see that before y'all see this. But anyway, everyone is enjoying themselves. And April and the Bam talk about Fizz. And she tells us once again about what happened in their relationship and how Fizz didn't feel good enough for her and how it just didn't work out. And she tried all of that. Okay. They get ready to play some flag football. And Ray says they're going to be a lot of sacks, a lot of squirts. I was just kind of like, I don't know what the shit Ray is on right now, but somebody needs to call Prinky and get her down here before something goes awry. That's all I got to say. Mendeecees and Trick talk about getting out of jail and the transition. And Trick, of course, is always lending his help in any way to the good man Mendeecees. And then the topic changes to April and the tights that she has on. And, you know, Trick Daddy would love to give her a little bit of his energy. And I'm just kind of like, nigga, you don't have enough energy for April. Child, April will take everything you got left, all right, in that poor little body you got. She would take everything you got to give, okay? Leave April alone. So they have the three-legged, two-legged, whatever the brace is when two people put their legs in the bag and then they run. Okay, they do that. Everybody on some, oh, y'all cheating shit. You know, everybody's on some, you cheated. You know, y'all wasn't playing fair. You ain't finished the race. You know, all of that. Then they play with water guns. Everybody is having a ball. Then here come Erica Dixon. The Bam is a grown woman, so she pulls Erica to the side immediately to say, I don't have no problem with you. And if there's anything, you know, we need to clear, let's just clear that because I don't want no negative energy. And she says, nah, we good. We good. I don't have a problem neither. Erica has a man. She has 2 new twin babies that she had. They shouldn't have an issue. To me, the only person that seems to be butthurt in this situation is Daryl. Lil Scrappy Jr. Yeah, son, you seem like you're not over the situation with Erica. It's not just that she, you know, disrespects you like you say. I think it's more so along the lines that they could never get that relationship back together. I also think that he feels like I've done so much for you. I put you on. I took care of you. I did what I had to do by you and you dogged me out. I'm sure he feels that way. He feels hurt. But the way he handled Erica this episode makes everybody feel like he might still have feelings for her. Mama D gets on the megaphone thanking Erica for coming, and Ray J is like, Mama D, stop. Mama D, you bringing attention to it. Stop. Like, it's too much. Stop. Like, girl, you know, it was real uncomfortable. Sierra talks to Joy about how it's been so hard for her since Shooter's son passed away because they had a relationship, but she was trying to keep a distance before he got killed because of her and Shooter's separation. But it's been very hard for her. Joy hearing this perspective from Sierra and Sierra getting emotional about it let her know that she needed to make sure that Jade knows that she loves him and that she is there for him so that they don't have that same, you know, separation happen, anything happen to him. You know, she doesn't want to feel that pain that Sierra feels. Erica and Mama D talk about Scrappy and how it seems as if he hates her. And she feels like if the Bam can talk to her, then why can't Scrappy? I said, girl, because he immature. Because he immature and he still got feelings and he butthurt about the way you treated him and tried to put his ring that he gave you up to the pawn shop, bitch. He's still mad about all that. The Bam wants Scrappy to talk to Erica as well because I think she feels like it's another issue that he has just in the back of his mind and in his spirit that's probably causing issues between the two of them. I also heard that at some point Mama D mentioned to Erica that Scrappy might still have issues with being faithful, and you know, that wasn't something she needed to share. I'm just going to say, like, Mama D, you talk too damn much. Stop drinking. Put down the alcohol. Stop talking all of them people's business to people that don't need to know it. Scrappy, since your mama can't control her liquor, I'm going to need for you to find a friend that can keep your business to yourself. Call Jock. He know how to keep a secret. Don't tell your mama no more of your fucking business because she gets drunk and tells it to people who don't need to know it. And then she also gives ex-girlfriends the one up by giving you their phone. No, okay? Listen to me. Listen to me, Scrappy. Stop telling your mama all y'all business because this is partially your fault. If she didn't know about it, she couldn't tell it to everybody. Okay? Do you see how that works? Keep your business to yourself, Scrappy. So y'all, Paris thinks that she's the life of the party. That's what she said. I'm the life of the party. I was like, oh, you are? So they smoke hookah and drink around the pool later that night. And you see Jasmine and Jock and Trick's son talking like they both trying to vie for her affections. But she ends up going into the house with Ray J. Ray J had his book bag and his cover on. And he was flirting with her and all of that. And he's talking about, should I doggy style it? Nah, I'm just saying that was the Snoop Dogg. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. I'm going to say that. No, sir. First of all, Ray J, you like 40. She's 26. Even though that's reasonable, you probably fucked her mom. So can you please not try to give that lazy old drunk high dick to old young Jasmine when you done already gave it to her mama? Do us all a favor and don't be that guy. Somebody please call Princess and get her down here to come and get her husband. For real. Come and get your husband, girl. Jasmine told the kids that Carly was more like her sister. And then Jock's son talks about how he didn't have a relationship with Jock that much because Jock traveled for work. And Trick has always really been there for his son. I'm like, that's because Trick was willing to be more of a street nigga. And that also gave him more time to be there for his kid versus out touring all the time. Trick became who he was and realized he was a big fish in a small pond and decided to keep it that way. Because of that, he was able to be there for his son. Jock, on the other hand, I think in a way was still trying to conquer the world while impregnating everybody. And now he's trying to fix this relationship with his son. And this is why we keep saying that the futures of the world and the Nick Cannons, we'll talk about that in the Bondy Blue show as well, why it's not good for y'all to go around impregnating all of these different people and leaving children to have broken homes. Just because you can be there sometimes doesn't mean that that's good enough, and that's what you should strive for when you have the access and the know-how and the knowledge to do better. You should do better and not continue to do the fucked up thing, which is to have children all over the United States of America that you cannot provide the time and emotional capacity for. Like, that's what I'm saying. You don't have it. You can't provide it. And you're going to keep having kids. And they're going to have issues. And they're going to pass those issues down to those kids. And that's just how this goes. We were talking about this before on Real Housewives of Atlanta when Portia realized how even though her dad was there for her, she did not get the kiss on the forehead every morning and every night and the daddy being there every day for her the way her sister Lauren did. She didn't realize what she wasn't getting until somebody said it to her, and then it was hurtful. So yeah, ignorance is bliss, but ultimately those things show themselves in different ways, okay? Dennis might be, you know, not the worst man to have a baby with, but he damn sure not the best. And you can't tell me that that and her relationship with Cordell isn't linked to the fact that her daddy wasn't around all the time to show her what to expect in a relationship with a man. Okay? All right, moving along. Joy takes Jaden to the side to talk to him about how she's still his mama Joy. And he said, I know you're still my mama Joy. I love you. You know, you family. It's no big deal. Erica and Scrappy go to talk. She says she want to talk to him. She asked him to come talk. He walked with her, but then he says, we not doing this here. We not doing this here. I said, Scrappy, do you not know what show you on? This is called Love and Hip Hop, The Family Reunion. What that means is you and your wayward family come down to the ranch and y'all deal with y'all issues on camera so everybody can get their check. You made it a bigger issue by not talking about this situation than you would have had you just sit down like a grown man and talk to Erica and resolve whatever y'all issues are. It is obvious you still feel away. You being so upset and bringing up how y'all making me talk about her more than I'm talking about my wife. No, nigga, we've been talking about your wife for days now. It's episode 2. We talked about her the first day. We talked about her today. We're going to talk about her tomorrow because y'all still haven't resolved y'all's issues. Had you resolved your issue with Erica, it's a 1 episode, 1 day situation that would have been solved and dealt with. But you acted a fool and had a fucking temper tantrum with production in the confessional and in the scene, which makes everybody think that secretly you don't want to deal with whatever your problem is with Erica on camera, because more of it is because of y'all's relationship than you want to admit. And you don't want the BAM to feel no type of way. But the BAM wants you to just deal with whatever underlying issues you have, because she ends up paying for them anyway. The truth of the matter is, if Scrappy could be the man that Bambi needs him to be, then he would be able to handle the situation with Erica and show up for her and might get his in the process. People love when they men step up to the plate. But when y'all, do this shit, act like a kid, act all mad, act indignant, act like somebody did something to you because they want you to have a conversation about some shit that's clearly bothering you, you make it seem like you might still have feelings for Erica Dixon. Sorry, sir, but that's what it looked like to us over here. And then at the end of the episode, we see Bambi and Scrappy in their room or in their little, lodge or whatever, and they talking, but you can't really hear what they saying. So I don't know whether they got into an argument after the fact or what, but I just kind of feel like he made the situation worse than what it was by not just having a conversation with Erica. Like, goddamn. But I do understand E-Money is 16. Like, how much talking do we need to do? I just don't understand. Like, that's even more so why it make me feel like you still got feelings for Erica. Because E-Money is 16 years old. Any issues you have with Erica, y'all should be able to talk about that shit at this point. Talk about it, apologize, get past it, and let it the go. Okay? Because y'all don't even really need to be in each other's lives like that. So what's the point of even holding on to anything? And it's obvious he's holding on to some shit. And like I said, if Scrappy would handle this situation with Erica right, then he would be all the man that the BAM is requiring him to be, which is somebody that is mature enough to handle altercations, to handle conflict without having a temper tantrum because he's not getting his way. And that is what he often does with the BAM, okay? So yeah, y'all. We're going to get to the bottom of some of these issues. I can't wait till they get on Mendeecees and Judy. Okay, because Troutmouth is around here acting like, she's always been there. But we know the reason why you want so much of Mendeecees' time now is because you wasn't there when he was a kid. And it seemed like in the preview, she didn't want him to talk about that. Everybody wants to come up to the family reunion where y'all supposed to be working on y'all shit and not work on nothing. Y'all got us up, okay? MTV, me, VH1, all us said y'all gonna deal with these issues on camera to get this check, or y'all gonna take y'all ass home, okay? Figure it out. Anyway, that's how I feel, y'all. That's how I feel about it. The episode was good. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I'm trying to reach 100,000 subscribers this year, so please do me a favor and share me with your people. Share my video. Do what you gotta do to help your girl get to the 100K. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one.